Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 17 of my full platinum walkthrough for Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. Right, so we're going to go back to Dragon Aerie and do that place, which is completely optional, but I will run through it. There's lots of nice stuff to find, so it is worth quickly running through it. And then on to Dragon Shrine to pick up the Ashen Mist Heart, so we can move on and get the hell out of here. So yeah, technically once we've finished this video, we could actually finish the game, but we have lots of side stuff we need to do yet, plus the DLC. Yeah, the DLC. Yeah, so with the DLC, we are just going to sort of run in, get what we need and leave. I'm not going to be fully exploring it. That's up to you. That would take too long. So here, I'm showing you the top here from the bonfire. If you go up the ladder and go across and use that zip line, you can completely skip out the Dragon Aerie. That's up to you. If you want to do that, do that. There's nothing. There is one pyromancy, should I say, that you need to get this way. But if you don't have a fragrant branch of Yore, then you will need to skip and come back. There is a fragrant branch of Yore in the Dragon Shrine, which is the area after this. But if you don't have one for whatever reason, you will need to go and get that one and then come back. So for the most part, you can skip this area apart from the pyromancy. So once you have that, you can sort of leave. So yeah, this is basically, think of it as 3 mini boss fights, 3 dragons. That's all that there are, plus loads of these exploding guys, and that's it. The main draw for this place is actually crystal lizards and items. There are a lot of crystal lizards. I mean a lot. We're talking maybe 10 to 15. They are everywhere. Now the problem with this area is, another interesting thing for this area, not necessarily a problem, is that there are these dragon eggs. Do not smash these things. Do not smash them. As tempting as it may be to go after a crystal lizard that runs into them, don't go after it. You're going to see it happen in a minute. Just leave it. So here's the first dragon. I'm just going to get rid of this guy. Some of them explode, do the fire damage, and some of them do the armor damage. You know, the yellow powdery smoke. There you can see the crystal lizard. It's running for a patch of eggs then. Do not follow it. Just leave it. There is another one up here I will come and get in a minute. We're just going to clear these 2 out. They will come after you once you fight the dragon. So the reason we're not hitting these dragon's eggs is that after a certain amount, I think it's after the first 3 that you break, the dragons become more powerful. And then I think it's 7 or 8. If you break 7 or 8 of them, there's a bridge that we need to cross to get the hell out of here into the Dragon Shrine. If you do that, you have a limited time to cross that bridge before it gets broken. If you break 10 or more, then the bridge will just break and you won't be able to cross it, and you'll have to start the area again. So yeah, you saw me go for that crystal lizard there, and I started hitting the dragon. That's fine. I was going to take the dragon on anyway. Like you're going to see quite a few of these crystal lizards. I'm going to completely miss them. So what I'm doing with this dragon, I'm just going to say, is I want him to face this way. I don't want his tail swinging around near those eggs, which it is trying to do now. So I'm trying to stop him. I'm basically keeping him over here. I don't want him to go over by those eggs, which he can do. He can casually walk over. He's going to start swinging his tail around and potentially break those eggs. I don't want that to happen. Neither do you. So yeah, keep an eye out for it. Yeah, and keep him to this back end here. He's getting a bit close now, so I need to get rid of him quickly. Yeah, so they're all okay. Still okay. Yeah, you're going to see me break one in a minute. A flame quartz ring as well. That can come in handy later. So the second one of these dragons is going to drop a pyromancy that we need. The Darklight stone. And then we're going to go back up here. There is a crystal lizard up here. And you're going to see me break an egg. It's fine to break 1 or 2. But yeah, it just, I mean, come on. That was the crystal lizard's corpse that broke that egg. That was not me. Don't blame me. Anyway, it was worth getting. But yeah, don't worry if you're not getting these crystal lizards. Don't worry too much. I'll show you once we get to the end of this area how you can quickly get back, sit at the bonfire, and then you can run through it again if you want and try and clean up any crystal lizards. But yeah, don't go for the ones that go for the eggs. Item down there, you need to drop from the zip line to get that. We're not going to bother with that. We don't need it. Yeah, so watch out for this bit. There's going to be this one here, and then there's going to be 3 that will pour out this gap here. Need to get rid of those. Yeah, you don't want your armor or rings breaking while you're up here. Definitely one of the best parts of the game, visually. And the fact that it has this little story with the eggs as well, with it not allowing you to leave the area if you break too many. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I was completely locked on and then it just didn't. But luckily he was one of the exploding ones, not the ones with the yellow, which I think this one is. So this furthest one is going to explode. You can see as soon as they get on the knees they're going to start exploding. And then this one, I completely miss, and he ducks underneath me. Never mind, you can get hit by maybe three or four of them before your stuff will start to break. But yeah, don't do too many. Always check your corners and listen out for them. You can hear the chains jingling away. So this is the next dragon. Don't go straight through there just yet. We're going to go round this way, and there's going to be a sort of mage or sorcerer up here you want to get rid of. Oh, he's actually a cleric. Get rid of this one. He's going to start healing and stuff like that, so we'll get rid of him. Petrified dragon bone, you should have more than enough of these by now, but as you can imagine there's plenty of those around here as well. So yep, there are eggs here as well. I do actually manage to get this one, but again it's not too much of a problem. If you don't, you can always just run through the area again and do it. So yeah, there are eggs that are off to the left hand side this time. We're quite far away from them, so you can get them to sort of face this way, you'll be fine. You can see the eggs just off the, well, kind of just off in the distance ahead of the dragon. So keep the tail at this back end away from them, you should be fine. No, don't do that. Turn around. No. Yeah, you fought these dragons before. I'm making a bit of a mess of it, to be honest, but just circle around them. These ones don't jump up and do fire. They're just literally the stampy stamp ones, so you'll be fine. And this one should drop the Fire Tempest Pyromancy. There you go. Twinkling Titanite. There's all sorts. That's from the Crystal Lizard before. There is another one here. The Crystal Lizards, I really don't like them in this game. Like you can see, I'm 2, 3. I hit it at least 2 extra times then, but because of the hitboxes and kind of like the tracking, whatever it is, nope, didn't count. Never mind, it's gone. I don't really need. The only stuff I need now is Titanite chunks, and I don't need them. I will buy some at the end of this video because we are able to buy some from now on. Just upgrade the armor, that's all I need it for at this point, so I'm not particularly bothered about any of these items, but I'm showing you where everything is for your benefit in case you want them. Exploding one here. It is above the dragon. You could probably technically do a plunging attack. It's quite far down though, so you probably take quite a bit of damage doing it, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go round. So this is the final dragon now. Again, yes, there are eggs here, and it's very close to the dragon, the nest this time. Yeah, the second one, I wasn't quick enough. I was trying to get away. The wall was in. The problem then was the wall was in the way. I swing from the right, so I would have just hit the wall anyway. So just wait a moment before you go for the dragon. Don't even bother with that Crystal Lizard. You're gonna have these exploding guys. Get rid of those two first, so you don't want those around when you're fighting the dragon. And then you want to stay in front of this one, so it doesn't go for the eggs, doesn't damage the eggs. So contrary to the others, where I've sort of stayed behind them, you don't want this one to turn around and start swinging around, so you want to try and stay in front of it. Which I'm going to do once it's moved there. We'll stay in front of it now. Once we've healed up. It's probably better to stay in front of it. If you can sort of get it to do that head swinging attack, which it just did then, it gives you plenty of time to go in and go for the legs. Ring of Evil Eye +1. That's basically what our weapon does. Every time you hit an enemy you get. It's either, no, I think it's when they die. With that you get health back. Lots of nice, lovely upgrade stuff there. Dragon Charm. And the eggs are all safe, and we're done with the area. So I will show you. I get invaded here. Forlorn. I didn't even know he could invade you at this point. First time he's ever done it. Yeah, watch out for the one that comes from the left there. So I was about to go down. I should have just done it. He wouldn't have invaded if I hadn't. I was just checking for item back this way. So we'll go back that way in a minute. That's the zip line back to the start. And then if you want to redo the area for any crystal lizards, then you can do. So yeah, I was just checking for items. There are not actually none down there. And then Forlorn. And it's the annoying Forlorn, the one with the scythe. The one that can hit really hard. And guards a lot and is quite hard to do the backstab on. So we're going to dance around for a bit. This takes far too long. Longer than it should, because I'm trying to get the backstab. I just can't get the... can't get it. You don't want to open up to this one, because he will... come on. He will take advantage as soon as you open up. Make quick work of you. So yeah, this isn't guaranteed that this will happen to you. This will obviously be random. Like I said, I've not seen him here before, so this will be completely random. Usually I just run straight across the bridge. We're at the end, so you would usually just run straight across the bridge. I'd advise you to probably do the same so he doesn't spawn in. You're going to see him do the... He does a sort of a spinning attack with the... does he do it now? Yeah, here, this one. If he gets a couple of those in, he can take you down really quickly. So yeah, this is the one we got from Aldia's Keep as well. Remember the lighting the lamps? Lighting the lamps, 2 of these appeared. We had the summon. This is the reason we had the summon, because this one is a real pain. It looks like he's not going to shield, and he's not going to guard you. Well, he's not got a shield. It looks like he's not going to guard you, but he does. But there we go. Finally. That took too long. I do apologise. Right. Let's just go back to the start. And then I'll show you the zipline path, the complete shortcut of this area, if you want to ever use that. So there's an item down there. I'm just going to grab that quickly. And then I'm going to Aged Feather out of here. Because there is no way to drop down. You're completely stuck here. But we have the Aged Feather now, so we can leave. So I'm just going to equip that now, slowly. No, not the inventory, equipment, there you go. And I'll keep this on equipment now. Comes in handy for things like this. Come on, what are you doing? There you go. Right, it'll take you to your last bonfire. It's basically just a homeward bone that you can use over and over and over and over again, and it'll never run out. So back at the start, and then if you go up this ladder, you can use the zip line and go all the way to the end and completely skip everything we've just done. You can drop down there if you want, try and grab that, but I don't really want to chance it, so we're not going to do it. And then if you've broken any eggs, this is where it will come into play. 3 again, the dragons get more health. 5 or 6, this bridge will break shortly, so you need to quickly run across it. You can see there's kind of an animation to it. You'll get a feel for it as you cross it yourself. It's kind of slow. That's normal. And then it's like if you break all of them, or 10, something like that, then the bridge will just be destroyed and you'll have to start again. Here's Aldia again. We're just going to skip him. He asks a question. I say no. I don't think it matters in the slightest. Everything that's going to happen with him is going to happen with what we're doing anyway, so the questions don't really mean anything. Right, and that's it. We're done. That was the Dragon Aerie done. We're moving into Dragon Shrine now. Very quick area. There are some good, important things and good stuff to grab here as well. Now, these guys are tough. Again, do not open up. Have your shield up the whole time when you're around these guys. Only the big ones will attack you, and you cannot run away from them. You need to fight them. It's kind of like a trial. If you run away, then the little guys will come after you as well. If you just take the big guy on, fight, move on to the next one, they'll leave you alone. So you can see them all stood around the edges in a moment. There's one to the right then. Yeah, don't hit them either. That's going to aggro them. Just leave them. We will also be joining a covenant at the end of this video, and if you come up here whilst in that covenant, then they will aggro then as well. But just as long as you do the trials, take on the big guys and move on, don't run away, then they'll leave you alone. You'll be fine. You can see them all bowing there. There's a lot of honor going on here. This is probably one of the more difficult ones because of his ridiculous 4-hit slam. Just hold your shield up, hit him once, don't try and... You're going to see me not follow my own advice. You see how... I think they're looking at his health bar and thinking, yeah, that's 2 hits. No, it's 3. And you see how 1 hit nearly killed me. If he would have followed up with that 2nd hit, it would have killed me. No problem at all. So yeah, you can go near these guys and stuff, just walk past them. There's things to find here. So we will do that. There is no boss fight in this video, by the way. We've done the 3 dragons, and then there's an NPC at the end of this area, which is kind of like a boss. He is quite tough, but definitely manageable. Yeah, there's no boss fight, but there can be one. But we're not going to do it. We're going to meet an ancient dragon, basically, at the end of here. And he's friendly. He will give us the stuff that we need, the key, the Ashen Mist Heart that we need. If you attack him, then he becomes a boss, and he is a difficult boss, so we are not going to do that. Just leave him alone. So we're picking up a few things here, the Drakekeepers, Greataxe and Greatshield. And then we're going to go do the final trial, the final mandatory trial. Couldn't get that out then. Mandatory one, which is this guy. He's one of the easy ones. He's actually got probably the least health out of all of them. His swing, as long as you just keep trying to follow him. I could have probably finished him, but it was... Yeah, you don't want him near a wall here. He's near a wall. Obviously, you can't circle around the back of him if he's near a wall. But it's just that 2-hit combo. You should be fine and just finish up. Now, if you go through that door, that leads to the Ancient Dragon. But just before we do that, I'm going to go and get some stuff. An important thing, actually. Petrified egg. Dragon egg. Which we need to join a covenant. Down here is yet another Titanite Slab. I have more than enough. I think I have... This is number 7, I think. Yeah, don't need any more of those, that's for sure. This one is probably the toughest, but he's not necessary. Well, he is for us because we're going to get something. But with regards to meeting the dragon, because he does the shield break, he sort of knocks you back with his shield. Tries to break your stance, which he will do very easily. And if he does follow up, he can really hurt. So again, just hold up your shield and just be patient and look for the opening, which is there. Just going to grab this, and then we're going to get a ring. I'm not going to equip it straight away, but I will at the end of the video. Third dragon ring. So there's the first, the second, and the third dragon ring, and think of them as like the dragon ring +1, +2, and +3. This is actually quite good. I'm not going to equip it now because I am being invaded. This will always happen, this invasion. It's up at the top here. The ring gives you extra health, extra stamina, and extra maximum load, all in one ring. Really good. So it's worth equipping. I will do it at the end. I'll switch out my ring of steel for it. This guy is one of the dragon keepers. I'm not sure what these guys are actually. They're Dragon Fang Villard. That's all I kind of know about him. Yeah, he's quite tough if you let him go for you. If you just go in and attack him, he will get sort of knocked. You can see he's holding up there a bit. He's blocking. Quite quick, and that's the problem with these. They hit hard and they're quick. So, but if you can get them into... Oh no, one more hit would have done it. If you can get them hitting a combo like that, then yeah, no problem. Of course, you'll get the usual human effigy, and here's the dragon egg. So we're going to grab this petrified dragon egg, or just petrified egg at this point, but we know it's a dragon egg. Petrified something here. Yeah, so that egg we're going to give to the guy in Iron Keep, the merchant there, and he's going to let us join a covenant. And once we join that covenant and come back here, which we don't need to do, but if you were to come back here, then everyone would be hostile. So drop down gently. You're going to come here and get the crystal magic weapon sorcery, which is important. Obviously, it's one of the sorceries we need, and the fragrant branch of Yore. So if you missed out on doing Dragon Aerie because you didn't have one, you can now go back and do it if you want. Well, you'll need to. You'll need to go get the Pyromancy. And up here, I would definitely recommend doing a backup save. There's an NPC at the top of these stairs. I don't want to brag or anything. I'm not bragging when I say this. It's just a horrible set. I make it look easy because I get 3 backstabs and he doesn't. I don't think he even hits me apart from the ones I block. But he is not that easy. He hits extremely hard. He's extremely fast. I just get lucky with managing to get 3 backstabs on him. I just kind of have a feel for where his hitbox is now, so it was easy enough for me to do. I have fought him a few times and I've died to him a lot of times, especially when I first played this game. So yeah, make a backup save and just try and get round the back of him, do those backstabs. And that's it. We're done with the area. Looks like you're going to have a big fight here. There's people literally stood in front of you now. But they'll be fine. You can just run straight past them and then we'll go and speak to the Ancient Dragon. And we'll get the trophy for getting the Ashen Mist Heart. So this is a boss. If you were to go and attack him, this would become a boss fight. We are not going to do that because it is a hard one. All we want is that trophy and the Ashen Mist Heart, so we can literally finish the game right now if we wanted to. This is the point where we would, in New Game Plus, we'll be making it our way all the way up to here, grabbing this and then leave him. New Game Plus, I am going to use a very direct route to everything that we need to do. No side areas or anything. So from here I'm just going to go back to Iron Keep. I'm going to join this covenant, a covenant of ancients. And I'm going to switch this ring over. So I'll switch it for the Ring of Steel Protection. Probably best to switch it for the Fragrant ring, to be honest, because it's a better ring. But yeah, it's there, the 3rd dragon ring. Got a bit lost there for I thought it appeared at the bottom, but it does not. So you see it's extra health, extra stamina, extra maximum load, which is going to come in handy because we're going to need to carry a bow and arrow around for certain parts. We will upgrade dexterity a bit so we can proficiently use a bow and arrow. It's going to make certain areas slightly easier. If we have some poison arrows, which we can go and buy from Gavlan, just to sort of negate having to fight certain NPCs later on. Because we don't have an option, we can't run past them. So I'll give you that option to use the poison arrows on them. So yeah, you've done this many a times. Make sure you get all 3 because the archer will come after you. And then we'll go speak to this guy, and he will straight away know that you've got the egg and ask for it. I don't think you can buy anything from him again until you give him the egg. So obviously when he asks, say yes. And then it'll just sort of carry on like normal. Yeah, it probably is a dragon egg. He'll carry on like normal, and the normal options will come up, but there will also be join covenant now. So there, you can now join the covenant. And that's what we'll do. So if we enter it, you don't need to enter it. I only did because I don't need the Bellkeeper one. I literally didn't. It's a PvP covenant, so we don't need to. We're going to get a ring there, Ancient Dragon Seal. It increases Esther's flask usage. It gives you 50%, no, not 50%, 50 HP more, which is nothing. It's not worth it. So I'll show you the ring quickly. It's at the bottom here. Yeah, because it doesn't actually give you a description. It just says would-be dragons. Yeah, it's like 50 HP extra from each Esther's flask, which is nothing. So yeah, just leave it. And if I were to go back there, I would get attacked. But I'm not going to do that, and we don't ever need to. What I'm going to do now is go back to my jeweler and clear up. I'm going to go and get some Titanite chunks. I'm going to level up my armor a bit, just to negate having removed the ring and steel, I suppose. The ring of steel protection. So yes, her shop is completely opened up now. Lots of stuff for sale. Some of it is finite, like there's only 10 chunks. So I will buy all of them, just because you don't need to do this. It's just a bit of an armor upgrade. But if you want to, of course you can. Just going to crush a few of these, get some souls. I'm saving all of the boss souls to give you an option for New Game Plus Plus. But of course, you don't need to do that. I'll be doing it a different way, but I can't get. Apparently, I can't choose 3. There you go. I will give you the option for New Game Plus Plus, so that's why we have most of the boss souls. Again, we do need to trade for some spells as well later on, but we're going to do that all in the cleanup video of New Game, the one we're doing now. And then anything spare after that, you can use what you like, wherever you like, should I say. So yeah, I'm just going to go all the way up with Farum armor up to plus 10. And then 1 each on these. And that's it. Nothing left to upgrade this time. So no leveling. So that's the end of the video. Yeah. We're going to go to do some dream sequences next. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.